These first two awards really represent the breadth of exposure that we're looking for the Naperville 203 students. You know, our first recipient, our Donnelly multinational company, 38 countries, 5 continents. Our next recipient couldn't be any more local, the City of Naperville. The City of Naperville hosted 3 interns this last summer, and they worked in the communications department, the Department of Public Works, working on things like their social media project, which you heard actually a little bit about from our Donnelly. So to tell us a little bit more about the internship from the City of Naperville, please, Marcy Schatz.
Good morning. First, I'd like everyone who was here from the City of Naperville who was a part of this program, Dick Dublinsky, Jim Sheehan, Helga Olis, we're Phil Watson, and Linda LaCloche. You guys stand up, you acknowledge. It was the work of all of these folks day in and day out to make this a successful internship program. I was able to join Business Council last April, I think it was, when everyone started talking about internships. And as a city, we felt we had to jump on the opportunity. It was pretty late in the process, but the school district worked phenomenally with us. I think it was the last week of school to ask for candidates. We interviewed, we found 3 absolutely extraordinary interns. So, in the room today, who was ever an intern in their career? And as you look back, do you appreciate the choices that you were given and the opportunities you were given? Because there's 2 ways to learn through internship. One is that you get an internship in a field that you have a general direction in, and you know you want to be in, and you get to learn a little bit more on. And then there's other internships where you might not necessarily know exactly what direction you want to go in, and you get a variety of experiences that help you make that choice of saying, hey, I didn't even know that this field existed out here, or I thought I wanted to go in that direction, and I want to go into a totally different direction. So, as we were blessed this summer with Joe and Jack and Lexi, we had 2 of our interns who had a good idea of the direction they wanted to go in, and stuck with that in Jack in the graphic design area and Lexi in communications. And it was fun to watch Joe as he talked about going to finance or mechanical engineering, and then actually spending some time with our electrical engineers and saying, hey, this is a totally different field than I never even thought about before. There's 2 different components to their internship. One was city tours, where they got to spend time with all of the city departments. And I'll say, when they did their readout at the end of the summer with us, and they showed their experiences, there were a number of us in the room who were really jealous of everything that they got to do. Because as they show you their photos of being able to sit at the shooting range and shoot with the police department, or having lunch with the fire chief and the police chief, or go to swift water training out on the Fox River with the fire department, or spend time in the control room at the electric utility, we were all a little jealous and said, hey, we want to be able to spend that time too. But we wanted them to really get to know the city and really get to know the people who are serving their community and all of the work that we do. The other side was they each had a project. Joe and Jack worked with the Department of Public Works. We have recently rolled out our city core values, and one of the things Public Works wanted to do is really exemplify those core values within their building. So they worked with all of the crews out in Public Works and designing a wall that just shows the pride of our people and the respect and the trust that exists within our organization. Lexi worked with us on a social media report, because as we sit here in our mid-40s and we have a 17-year-old who's better at social media, let's be real and honest about that. So Lexi worked with us on the social media report. So we believe they've gained a lot of experiences. They're each going to come up and here and talk to you about those. But one thing that's really important is also what the city gained from them. They came in, and watching them work with all of our employees, as I said, we were rolling out people, trust, pride, and respect as our core values. And to watch our employees and working with them and explain the work that they do and the pride that they showed and just the value of people, not only within the organization, but within our community and how we go about doing our work. Each of these interns made our organization a better place to be, so we thank them for that effort. So if Joe and Jack and Lexi want to come up, they're going to share a little bit about their experiences with you.
Naperville, and I interned with the communications department this summer under Linda Coach. And a little bit about me: I go to Naperville Central. I'm a junior. I am a member of the soccer team, and I'm a member of National Honor Society and Spanish Honor Society, and I write for the school paper. So this summer, working under Linda, I really gained a lot of experience writing articles, writing press releases, using Naperville Notify, and event coordination, and all the different things that the communication department does. And as I came in there, I was kind of unsure what the experience would be. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go into communications. I wasn't quite sure. But I walked out of there knowing this is definitely something I want to do. This is definitely something I enjoy. And the experiences I gained there are truly something that was unique and awesome, especially as a 16-year-old going in. Also, going out and experiencing all the different things in the city. We went to the shooting range. We went to see the Swift water training. We went and we inspected the Rise Up Fest. All of those were amazing life experiences that when I tell my friends, they're all jealous. And although they didn't directly affect my future, they were definitely awesome at learning more about the city and knowing what I wanted to do. So some lessons I learned this summer were definitely how to act in a business environment. This is my first job, and I didn't really understand how a business worked, and after going in and working with the city and seeing what a real office life was like, I realized I really enjoy this, and this is something I can see myself totally doing in the future. So it was a great experience, and I learned so many things from the great place I worked. And everyone there was so nice to me. From the day I walked in, everyone was accommodating, they were helpful if I had a question. I felt comfortable going to ask anyone. So not only did I get an amazing place to work for my first job, I also gained amazing life experiences.
Hi, my name is Jack. I'm a senior at Naperville Central. I plan to go to Southern Illinois after school, and I also work for the school newspaper, just like Lexi. So over the summer, Joe and I, we got the opportunity to work with the Department of Public Works. They're the guys who go around keeping the city nice and clean, and chopping down trees, planting new ones, and plowing the roads like they are right now. And so our project was, we briefly mentioned it, we had a wall project where we had to design what Public Works was all about and what the core values are all about. We had to take pictures for the wall as well, so we had to go out with all the different departments and whatnot, divisions, and we got to learn what they do on a daily basis. And we actually got to do some of their jobs as well, like we got to cut down a tree. We got to go into the trucks and drive around.
One of the most memorable things for me was we went to the waste management facility. The last time I was there, I was probably in the 3rd or 4th grade. And, I didn't really understand everything they did at that time. I was like, oh, okay, they just take the waste out the water. But actually going there and seeing step by step everything they did, I didn't realize there's a lot of stuff that goes into the city. Before this internship, I look at a street sign and I'd be like, oh, cool, they just kind of hung that up. But at Public Works, I actually got to watch a crew actually design and build a street sign. And every time I drive around the city, I just look at it differently because there's so much that really goes into the city. And I was working with a ton of people who really, really feel passionate about the city and try their hardest to maintain it. So it really opened my eyes a lot.
So overall, Joe and I, we had a fantastic summer, and we continue to work at Public Works. We have days off and whatnot, and we continue working on this wall, meeting new people, and having a great time doing what we love.